Okay, everybody, good to see you again. It's good to be here, and I expect that as you join, just go ahead and spread the good news that I am here and I am strong and alive. No matter the stones they throw, I am an iron. Yes, please. So go ahead and share the audio, share the link for others to join, please. I didn't plan to be on today, to be live today, but I am here and I am excited to be here. I am glad you are joining in. So please hit that share button and get as many people as possible to join the broadcast right now. I have important information that I bring to you. I hope that it will be an encouragement to you. We are having a very hectic week, a powerful week. We call it the week of unity. And we want as many people as possible to be in Washington, D.C. this weekend. That is where everything is happening. From Saturday through Sunday, which is a big rally, the Million Man March in Washington, D.C. That is where things are happening. If you live in the continental USA and, of course, Canada, please, Washington, D.C. is where you should be at this weekend. It's going to be a great thing for all of us to converge there and meet one another and shake hands and take some photographs to encourage one another. So please, that is where we have to be this weekend. As you join, go ahead, hit that share button. Do me a favor, hit the share button, let the numbers increase. Let people join the broadcast so I can come to you with the presentation. As usual, I am very excited getting to know where you are joining in from. So please, list your location. Let me see where you are joining in from. We have about almost 100 people on the screen watching right now. I think but the moment we hit a little over 500, I will bring you the broadcast, and I will hope that you will continue to share, and let's hit at least 1,000 people by the time this broadcast is over. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, I am very strong. I am very, very, very strong. When you are doing good things, you know that people don't like it. The enemy never like you when you are doing good things. So please, when you are doing good things and you come under attack, be excited and rejoice to know that the enemy is really, really not happy. That is what is going on right now at this moment when we are having this great conference in Washington, D.C. So many people out there don't like it. But I'm telling you, I am liking it. I am enjoying it. I am celebrating it. We will make it to Boya, God willing. Thank you again for joining. I see Fossum Wilma join. I see Bob Bernardo, Sammy Brown, Zam Minji, Davis Darion Martins Jr., Prince Tanya, Ghislaine. Thank you all for joining. I'm pleading with you, hit that share button. There is no reason we should not have less than 1,000 people in this broadcast. I know I didn't promote it, but there is no reason, absolutely no reason why we should not have 1,000 people watching this broadcast. Before I wind up here, 139, 140 at this moment. Please hit the share button. Let those who did not know I was coming live, let them get to know I am here right now. And let me know your location. Barrow Ammon joining from New York. I see Amber Must Win. I see also Take. I also see Enes Asoba, Eleni Rava, and I also see Humble Queen. She is almost here, always here, all the time. Thank you very much, Queen. I also see Linus Ekwese. I see so many other faces here. I see, let me see. Please hit your share button as you join. Hit your share button as you join. I see Oswald Indicum and Dove Price Elton. I see you, sir. I see Epa Pablo, all the way from Biafra land. I see also Desmond Elliott. I see, he says, hello, Secretary Chris Anu. We love you. Thank you very much, sir. I know we are in the majority and they are in the minority. I have no doubt about that. I see Bishop C. Mondo. Amber must be free. Yes, sir. Nelly Vive, I see you watching. Prince, if you're fact, I see you, please. Indy for Eric, I see you, sir, from Belgium. William Orok is watching. Amber must win. It says Emmanuel Ekenko is also watching from Sweden. As you join, again, do me the favor, hit that share button and let us add some viewership here on the platform before I bring you the broadcast. I see Emmeline Ma. Thank you for joining, please. Don Pacho. I see you, sir, from Spain. I see Amberland Acha Kasara. Thank you, sir. I see Doro Emmanuel. Martin Nashu. I see you, sir, watching from the United Kingdom. Bovet Maloba. Thank you for joining. Theophilus Kungan. The one and only evangelist and archbishop. Thank you for joining. Amber must win. I see you, sir. Also see Mami Omega. Thank you for joining. Danson Foncham is also watching. Thank you, sir. Dupe Neva, I see you. Please, the numbers are increasing really slowly. Please hit that share button. It means some of you are not hitting the share button as you join. Please hit that share button as you join. I won't do the presentation until we hit at least 500 people. Please, so go ahead, hit that share button. 188 people, as I see on my screen right now. Let's make it 500, and I will bring you the presentation. I see Brian Che says excellent. Beglun Lawson, I see you, sir, watching from Stockholm. Imade, thank you. Inkonyo Safa, join. I also see Will Ayub Neil, thank you. I also see Anastasia Kuma. It says from Germany. Ngufo Freddy watching from South Africa. I see Sarah Diana. I see Mb Emmanuel. Thank you all. We are hitting 200 people right now, 300 to go until I bring you the official presentation. So please, you want to get the presentation as quick as possible, hit that share button and let's get more people join us on the broadcast. Roland Bado, hello, I see you. And I see Prince Jones and Atabong Harrison join. I see Hannah Asobo. Hannah Asobo, I see you. I see Prince Golf. Thanks for keeping all the insult behind and pushing our struggle forward. Thank you, Prince. I want them to know my skin is made of iron and they are made of stone. So you can trust that I will keep the insult. I can accommodate them. And I will be who I am and do just what I do without compromise. Thank you again. Hit that share button. Hit that share button. We must get to Boya. Insults or no insults, that is what leadership means. We will take it, but we will take all of you, including them, the detractors, to Boya, whether they like it or not. Mbia Ignatius Lekan, I see you, sir. Joe Brown, he says, welcome, sir. I see Abia Cameron, Wata na Wata, he says. Asanganyi Chaleman, I see you, sir. Ako Elvis, Prince Green V. Ajo, he says, too many Prince on the platform. Yeah, well, I hope you are a true Prince. All right, I see Nyanganji Emil watching. Bamenda, he said, hi, our able secretary. I see Amber Zonia watching from Budapest, Hungary. I also see Desmond Elias. He says, I'm at my home. Okay. Abomo Chais. The only Abomo Chais. I know. Thank you, sir, for joining. I also see William Orok, Ikwe Paul. If 1,000 people join, inbox me for a free donation. If 1,000 people join, inbox me for a free donation to my trip to Boya. Now, please listen, Ikwe Paul, your donation must also be $1,000. If I get 1,000 people, you will make a donation of $1,000 on my trip to Boya. And remember, you know the website, www.mytriptoboya.com. And when you make that payment, make sure you send me the receipt. Okay? All right. Teresa Limonga, I see you watching from Germany. And I see also Mbeache Festus. Also, there is Charlie Tangwan, Ambas Bay, Asom Primo, Samuel Aja, watching from Abembong Ground Zero. Thank you, sir. I hope you are truly safe. Blaze Gay, I see you, sir. I say hello, sir, Chris, watching from home. Thank you. Please, I see so many messages, but the numbers are growing very slow. I see almost 300 people right now, almost 300. Please, as you join, hit your share button again. I didn't plan this outing today, but I am here, and I want to believe you will keep on hitting the share button. The moment we get to 500 people, I will do the presentation proper. Until then, please hit the share button. Over 300 people right now. Mario Indy, I see you. King Dim David watching from Maryland. Valentine Debo, I also see you, sir. And I also see Marine Eduardo. It says Amber must be free. Absolutely. That is why I am here. I also see Chris Santos in Choti. Thank you for joining. Dave is also watching from Maryland. Dave, please hit your share button. The number just dropped from 300 to 289. I need it to grow. Victor Mosoke. Thank you for joining. Please go ahead and hit your share button so I can bring you the presentation. In the meantime, I like to make a number of observations about some information that is circulating out there for the masses. You wake up this morning to quite a number of audios being circulated out there trying to blackmail and sabotage the work that the interim government is doing on ground zero. Now, I want you to know, we will officially respond to those audios. We will officially respond to all the audios, all the messages that you find out there. We are having a very important conference this weekend, and we do not need any distraction. If that is the purpose for which they put out those audios, I promise them we will not respond to those audios until this conference is over. I think it is very important that our people understand what this IG is doing on ground zero, so that what we are doing is not covered up with audio messages such as the ones that are circulating out there. When people become part of an organization and then they get disgruntled because their powers are curtailed, they rush out and they put out messages which are false. However, we have decided not to respond to those audios until this conference at the weekend is over. We will respond to every single accusation made in those audios. What I will say to you now is take those audios as propaganda and blackmail, inaccurate, not true, coming from people who are disgruntled and who just want to do their own thing. The IG is not and has not endorsed any other organization out there doing self-defense on the ground except the ASC. Again, this interim government is not and has not endorsed any other organization, private organization out there on ground zero doing self-defense, as you learn in those audios. The only organization that we know, the IG knows on the ground, is the ASC. And I can assure you, after the conference is over, both the ASC and this interim government will respond and set the record straight as far as those audio messages by disgruntled people are concerned. So please, do not be distracted from what is coming up at the weekend with those messages, and do not the least be troubled or worried with those messages. Again, they are inaccurate, they are intended for sabotage and for blackmail. This interim government is not about to encourage warlords to build up empires on the ground, using this revolution to build up personal wealth for themselves on the ground. And so anybody trying to send finances to these groups, you do so at your own risk, because any group working on the ground should have a system of accountability, just as this interim government is. Let me explain something to you. This interim government does not operate in isolation. Within the interim government, what we call government, interim government, is not a cabinet. The interim government is made up of the Restoration Council, which is like our parliament. We also have the country coordinators conclave. It also sounds or looks or acts like a parliament. A number of times when decisions are taken within the cabinet level, they are then passed to the Restoration Council level for approval. So when you hear decisions taken by the IG, it goes through this process from the IG, the cabinet level, to the Restoration Council level, and sometimes even to the country coordinator levels. There are moments, there are occasions where yours truly have had to appear before the Restoration Council, before the coordination conclave, to explain certain decisions, why we take them and how we take them. We are being accountable to the people that represent you. We are not lone wolves out here trying to do what we like to do. We act as a government with checks and balances. And so when people come up with audio messages trying to tell you, oh, sponsor me, support me, send money to me, please let them show you their system of checks and balances as exists in this interim government before you can send out anything, any dime to anybody. We are not, again, we will not build warlords in this revolution. Let us make this very, very clear. Anybody leading a battalion or a camp on ground zero who is asking you to send money directly to him without any source or means of accountability, checks and balances, do not encourage warlords on ground zero. And again, I want to remind you of the conference that is coming up this weekend. We have been waiting for this conference for a long time, and finally it is here. If you live in America, anywhere in America, all the routes in the US, in Canada, they lead to Washington, D.C. this weekend. If you have not booked your ticket, please do so now, because you wait till Wednesday to Thursday, you can imagine how expensive those tickets will be. And so please get your ticket and prepare for us. Let's meet in Washington, D.C. this week. You can trust that you will see me there. I want to shake hands with you. I want to take some Photoshop with you. Please, I'd like to see you there. So let's all gather in D.C. this week and take our case, make our plea to the U.S. government, and particularly to Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the only courageous leader who can stand behind us and support this struggle and take it to the expected end. But we have to reach out to him. We have to reach out to the U.S. government. If we don't do that, we're just wasting our time. But our numbers matter. If we can gather even 500,000 or 100,000, 50,000 in Washington, D.C. this weekend, I can assure you our case will take a different turn after that. So please, if you are carpooling to Washington, D.C., load as many people as possible in your car. Whatever way you want to get there, make the plans now. Thank you. Thank you. I know you will do that. I know you will do that. Thank you, Orokma, for joining. Please, we have hit 500 and about 28 people as I see on my screen. In a few minutes, I will come to you with that presentation, but I am not satisfied with the numbers yet. Please, I know it is a little bit late somewhere in Europe, in Africa, but we can grow this. From the US, please hit your share button and get this all over the social media. You know, a lot of people did not know I was coming live today. So please, I know that if they know I am live, they want to come listen to what I got to say. So please hit your share button and get the information out there. As I see those who have joined within the few minutes. Evelyn in D4, I see you, ma'am. Thanks for joining. Peter, and so I also see you, sir. He says, thank you, Secretary Chris. I know. Long live our interim government. Absolutely, sir. We will be long live. No coup d'etat. We succeed. See Marine Eduardo. It says, Marine Eduardo. I see Sardine Pipsy Ben. They say, I'm on Chris. Thank you, sir. I also see Amber Landers, country by country. You are right, sir. I also see Victoria Boy Opopo watching. Reverend John Tinshu, I see you, sir. Masa Tarandag, I also see you. Johnson Tata, the only one in Maryland, I see you, sir. Robert Foretia, I also see you. I also see Imadi, I mentioned this before. Princess Inaga, Ranga, I see you. So many princesses here for real. Taku Emilia, he says, block by block. Yeah, that is fine. I also see Evelyn Indifo, Ago Ebot. I see Tabe Joshua. I also see Ernest Bello. I think I mentioned that before. Asomaye Patrick, I see you, sir. He says, our one and only Secretary Chris. You got it right. Made up of iron. Now the enemies don't know that. All right. Free Mokom, thanks for joining. Impenti. Say bravo, Chris, bravo, thank you. Nicholas Ngu, the only Ngambe man in the revolution. Good to see you. Gerard Atem Asong, I see you. Please, I need these numbers to rise. They must not go down. I am bringing you the presentation now in a few minutes. But why I do so, keep on hitting the share button and get this presentation up to at least 1,000 people. We have over 500 people right now, and I can't keep you hostage anymore. I bring you the presentation at this moment. Thank you for joining, and good evening, every Amazonian, from wherever you come from the globe, fellow Amazonians. Our revolution finds itself at a crossroad. On the one hand, we are faced with elements both within and without, who are bent on bringing the revolution to a precipitated end without the attainment of our most cherished statehood. They are bent on aborting this idea of a free and independent Amazonia, regardless of the so many people who have been sacrificed. And the motivation, the only motivation behind this set of people is sheer greed and power. On the other hand, we are blessed with these other elements, who remain very upbeat and bent on taking the revolution to its ultimate victory. As you listen, as you watch and listen to the sound of my voice today, I do not know which side of the river you have chosen to pitch your tent, but to everyone at the crossroad, I come to you to reassure you that we have not gone this far to give up the fight. In spite of all the plots out there to sabotage What this interim government is doing and has done, we are not about to give up. We are not about to wave the white flag. We are looking forward and moving forward. If you do not know that we are actually on the winning side of this war, listen to this. An internal report leaked from a meeting held at the Colonial Presidency on Monday, August 13, reveals exactly the height of Yaoundé's frustration, the trembling and disconcertedness over the gains we are making. Gains that will only soon deprive them of victory and authority over our territory. Yaoundé is very worried and irritated. They say Anglophones, as they call all of us, are too powerful and frightful. We are too united, they say, and dangerous. Our boys are very coordinated and they are almost invisible. If this war continues for 6 more months, they say, Ambazonia will win. Yaoundé power elites were also heard observing during the meeting that the breaking of bridges and blocking of roads is the most dangerous action ever taken by Anglophones. That is the way they call us anyway. We are not Anglophones, we are Ambazonians. And they continue, they said, they cannot pass into our villages again. They slow us down, the bridges slow them down and expose them to attacks. They ask, can we use helicopters? And they complain they have. And what if the one left is shut down by Anglophones? They wonder. Fellow Ambazonians, if you thought French Cameroon is winning this war, you now know it is not true. They are trembling at the courage, trembling at the bravery and smartness of our boys. They are trembling at the tactics that our boys are employing to defend our homeland. They are trembling that they don't have helicopters. And above all, they are frightened that we are one, or should I say, ground zero is one. We are united, contrary to what they thought from the beginning of the war. In the past, they used Northwest, Southwest divide and conquer to pit us against us. When this war first began, they were ready to say to the Southwest to not fight, that it is Northwest people's fight, and for the Northwest to accuse the Southwest people of not fighting. They expected to see schools shut down in the Northwest, while in the Southwest, schools go on. They expected to see and ghost towns in the Northwest, but in the Southwest, motions of support rallies to pour beer and business as usual. They expected the Northwest to say, there is time for secession, and the Southwest to say, they want federation or decentralization. All has failed. The market isn't looking good for them. So that you have hungry people, non-entities and criminals in the lives of Franklin Njome, Patrick Ekema, and former felon Paul Atanganji, trying so desperately to reconstruct and resurrect the old card in schemes such as Graffiti people are the reason for this war. No, sirs, neither Graffiti people, nor Bakore people, or Manu people are the reason for this war, nor at all. Slaves and lackeys like you who labor for the crumb from your Francophone masters and pour beer are the reason for this war. But let me tell you something here for you to understand. This war may be a reproach to you now, but for all Ambazonians, this war is a gift. The unity on the ground is a testament to this. Brothers, sisters, fathers, and mothers on ground zero. My appeal to you today is that you continue to stand unshaken by the rhetorics of selfish people like these. They are trying at all costs to either divide you or discourage you. Do not forget, they are working for their bread, not for yours or your children. At the height of their desperation, they are killing your family members and blaming it on our restoration forces. Refuse to believe them. They are raping your children and blaming it on the restoration forces. Again, refuse to believe a lie. They are breaking in, looting and killing your neighbors and blaming it on Graffiti people. Again, let us refuse to believe the lie. They are breaking into your shops and blaming it on Bakwere youths. Again, refuse to believe the lie. They are arresting people like Patrick Ekama did to Boya chiefs, taking them to the bushes, torturing them, and then asking for hefty sums of ransoms. And they frame up our restoration boys for it. Again, may we refuse to believe their scheme and stand united for our common goal. They want Bakwere people to pick up arms against Graffiti people. Refuse again for their blood. They want Graffiti people to hate Bakwere people and Bakwere people to hate Graffiti people. Again, see it as a setup and refuse to fall for the scheme. At this moment in this struggle, unity, again, unity, undefeatable unity, and resolve must remain two assets that must not be taken from us as a people. Thank God for you on ground zero. In spite of the pressure, you have demonstrated real example in unity. The challenge is now that of the diaspora. The diaspora front-line leaders, and to an extent, that of the faceless masses using social media space to foment divisiveness. Let me say this. We have such a great opportunity this weekend in the All-Ambazonia Consultative Conference coming up this weekend to build such unity and collaboration in the diaspora as already exemplified on ground zero. This has been the yearning of millions of us for months. But should you meet or refuse to meet and continue in your brinkmanship, power posturing, and politicking over the blood of the innocent cut down in this war, Ambazonians, we have to cut you down too by the end of this weekend. This weekend conference will mark the spring and the death of some of the movements and their leaders, depending on their approach and postures to unity and collaboration. For months, you the leaders have preached unity and collaboration on the social media. Some have even built whole platforms and perhaps careers centered on unity and collaboration over the months. Now the moment has come. The moment is here to bring that commitment to the table in Washington, D.C. at the weekend. Ambazonians are not fools. Ambazonians are staring at you, sirs, and they surely are aware who is for real and who is fake and manipulated. And they will spit you out of existence. If your idea of unity was only meant for a show and a pretense on social media, fellow Ambazonians, every one of you watching and listening to me is a stakeholder in this revolution. This revolution is about the future of your children and grandchildren. Just imagine for a moment, should we fail because of greed and the quest for control and power by individuals? What becomes of the future of those children who have not been to school for over 2 years? What becomes of your homes that have been burned down by French Cameroon terrorist soldiers? We can't afford to lose everything and gain nothing. Shine your eyes, you all out there, shine your eyes now to the effect that leaders who refuse this initiative to build unity and collaboration are once and for all put on the sidelines after this conference is over in this revolution. Obstructionists, opportunists, and lone wolves who want to pursue just their own agenda coming out of this conference must be told by you, the people, that they will have no space for their distraction and derailment going forward. The stakes are very high, very, very high. French Cameroon knows what will happen. Should we come out with a collaboration pact from this conference? They know what it means when the international community sees us speaking the same language or singing the same plan. And this was the interim government's motivation behind this conference. Let us then not just show up for the million-man march or rally. Let us come out to unite. Let us come out to send a message like on ground zero that we are one. Let us come out like on September 22 and October 1st last year to send a message to Paul Biya and those who are helping pay for his war, that never again shall we ever sit under their annexation and marginalization. Let us come out and send a message to Yaoundé that this war won't be over. It won't stop, not until we have a country of our own. Let's come out and once more remind Yaoundé that if Ambazonia does not exist as a country, French Cameroon will never, ever exist. And I appeal to the frontline leaders to lead the way and send even greater hope to our people on ground zero. For that is all they want, that is all they ask. But if you do not lead, if you refuse to unite, rest be assured that this war will not be lost, but you would have been blotted out of your place in the hero's journal of this revolution. Fellow Ambazonians, thanks for tuning in. This is the message that I plan bringing to you. I will be coming to you in a very special way on Thursday, and I will be able to take your calls on that broadcast. So please, I'd like you to have that on your calendar. I will be coming to you in a very special presentation in the very first ABC official broadcast with ABC signals, ABC logo, the launching of ABC. When we launch ABC this coming week, we're going to have a test period of 1 month. After 1 month, we will then do a formal launching that launches all the programming that you will be listening or watching on ABC. But this Thursday, we shall be having the formal launching, the start of ABC. We are working hard to make sure that we can get it on satellite before Thursday so that people on ground zero can begin to get the signals on your television sets. So please, Thursday is going to be big, as I will come to you officially with ABC logos and ABC backdrops, everything gonna be ABC officially. So you will start having 24 hours broadcast from ABC beginning this Thursday. So please join me. I shall have some guests in the studio with me, and it will be a very, very, very educative and informative broadcast. That will be again on Thursday at 8 p.m. Amber time. That would be 2 a.m. Central Standard Time here in the US and 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please join me Thursday for the official opening of Ambazonia Broadcasting Television, ABC. Thank you for joining. God bless you. God bless Ambazonia. See you in Washington, D.C.